The brothers in arms, the best friends in Kingen and Zeka are no longer the carries. They are the supporters. They are there to help Deft get ahead. But Gen G have all the vision to know exactly where DRX are. They're engaged, a little bit lackluster. They need to hit a hook. Barrel could be close to 6, as well as Lehens on this mid wave. They're going to contest it.
But remember, this is the top side power that Gen G drafted for. Fishing for that stun now. You can see Viego in the bush, Peanut in the bush, waiting. Reset here big, though. Now Lehens looking for the engage, trying to find the lockdown. Locked out Barrel, unbreakable, but now should surely fall. But here comes Zeka and the rest of the team. They're going to lock out. They're going to find first blood. Barrel still alive on the backside. The Lamb's respite, buying so much time. Gen G knows that they need to get something back, but Deft is unafraid. Deft is still free firing at the pullback from Ruler. It's clean, but it's not quite enough to finish the job as Zeka dives into the back line. Still standing for now, but surely he should fall. And everybody is so low. Barrel, are they still alive? But the feathers fly. Ruler finds one, wishes for 2, tries to find another. Barrel will finally fall, and Gen G fire back.
Such a back and forth fight. It turns into a 2 for 2. I believe Lehens falling. Started up though.
Gen G, big Barrel again. Getting hit for the hook is big. Unbreakable gonna buy a few more seconds. He needs to leap back into the arms of Pioshik. Now the retreat coming out. The hook coming in from over the wall. Big ulti coming in from Deft. And that's the pin now on the backside. Kingen looking for the avenue, looking for the entrance, but the side steps are clean from Gen G. They will not let that cast connect, but it's Pioshik back onto the Dragon. Pioshik with priority access to pick. Giving the Dragon over to DRX.
That's the power of the Braum. You hook in, you're not getting out. You get locked up, you get stunned, you get knocked up, and all of the damage that you try to do on that hook just gets blocked by the Braum. So, really good pickup there by Barrel from the draft. Trying to get this wave in, gets the stack on the cannon, gets the kill, and gets the Dragon. Ocean Soul this time around, but DRX already halfway there.
Certainly are. Pioshik waiting in the darkness. Zeka trying to look to lock him down. Goes golden, waiting out the taunt. It's clean from Chovy, but how will he escape? The Ghost now coming out, retreating to safety. Forced to flash, burn both sums just to make it out of the gank.
Right, and Chovy gonna be in a very tough spot to contest these mid waves. Pioshik doing work around the map. If you'd have told me 2 months ago Pioshik would be 1 game from a World's Finals, I would think you're a madman. I think you're crazy. But this series, he's been outperforming Peanut, one of the best junglers in the LCK, and he might find another kill here. Doran, no flash, gets knocked, but he'd slice and dice his way away. But that's another mark for the Kindred, sitting at 3 in 12 minutes.
And again, this is the story of DRX. They were not the team that was supposed to make it out of LCK. A lot of people had Sandbox, no matter who you had. See now, though, Deft can survive the dive here. Stepping forward, charge gonna come in. They'll get a few plates, but not a lot else. DRX constantly surviving, constantly evolving to push further and further into this tournament, but Gen G are the first seed in the LCK for a reason. You saw in the last fight how much damage Ruler did with 0 items under his belt. Have to respect the potential as we get later into this game.
And you just touched on it a little bit earlier on. I'll save that for now as we watch this replay. Hook hits, shield comes up, stun lands from your double AD carry. On top of the Varus ult, you have nowhere to go. Knock up as well from the Braum. Chain CC is too much for Lehens, and he falls. DRX get the Dragon. But you just talked about it. A lot of people thought Sandbox would be the 4th seed from the LCK. Prince was having a fantastic split, and their mid-jungle was finding so much success on things like Ari and Vi, but DRX overcame them despite losing in the first round of playoffs to them. They overcame KT, and they've overcome everything. Worlds is where miracles happen, and we can see that right now from DRX. I've never seen a player like Zeka have such an incredible upwards trajectory in the space of 1 or 2 months.
Has to be the most meteoric rise in history for any individual player. To go from middle of the pack to potentially the best, fighting for that opportunity now. Chovy holding on the taunt, now coming in, Kingen ready to go in over the wall. Chovy, goodbye! You don't gotta stopwatch anymore. Peanut now running, doing what he can to escape, to survive, but DRX time to burn down DRX.
So much pressure on both these teams fighting for a Worlds Final. DRX are going to start it up. Chovy a little bit split, has the Realm Orb if he wants to rejoin his team. Lehens and Peanut together as a jungle support, looking for a hook onto Barrel. He has no flash, but he has the Unbreakable. There's the Realm Orb, but he doesn't choose to take it. He wants to sandwich the rest of DRX with Doran on the flank.
Over the wall. Hook now going in under the Braum. Zeka onto the flank, fishing for the angle. Will lock up Ruler. Ruler immediately going to cleanse. Now the fog coming in for the Braum. Ruler untouched to the backside. Keep your eyes on the feather. They could just be everything. That's going to be the shutdown. Doran leaping forward. Ruler untouched. Now Gen G, they see their opportunity. Peanut stepping forward, peeling back now. Barrel and Deft, the last two standing. Kingen off to the side, but it is Gen G taking the fight.
Peanut takes down Piosik, picks up the Spirit Form, and then shuts down DRX. The engage from Zeka was good onto Lehens, but the follow-up of the solo laners of Gen G and
Gen G, if they wanted to bring us to a game 5, they cannot hesitate on these cooldowns against this Braum or against this Kindred. And now they fish for the dive. Kingen trying to buy as much space as he can. The tower surely set to fall. Chovy now chasing, running. This Gragas, there's no way you can make it out of this one. Locked up, the CC coming through. Kingen will fall. Doran on a killing spree. Within touching distance as we crest 20 minutes.
oh,
Lehens caught out. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the concussive blow stack. Zeka waiting off to the side. The support surely going to fall. The ruler has to be watched, has to be respected. Doran, Chovy on the front line. They put them into the meat grinder. Taking them out one at a time. DRX overstepping their welcome in the enemy jungle.
That's the second time the Renekton stun is stopped. That stun onto Piosik again. Gen G will win the fight. Piosik
on the wall. Barrel to follow, immediately fishing for the opportunity, but he's still going to get locked on the flash forward. Barrel and Piosik, the dynamic duo. Support and jungle now turn their sights on the Baron.
That is the window they've been waiting for. The jungle support strikes. The Baron is up. TP in from Doran. They haven't started it yet. They're baiting it. Realm Warp for Vision. DRX don't even start up the objective. They get a TP, they get an ultimate, they get a pick. Zeka knows Doran's up here.
But you know the pressure on them because the second he went down, Doran immediately TP'd. They can't afford to misstep. You see the pressure time and time again, but it is Zeka zoning, looking for an opportunity, trying to lock down the Renekton. Piosik coming over the wall, ready to deal the damage. Concussive blows have marked him. Ignite has marked him, and there is no one here to protect him. It is Doran versus the world. It is Doran versus DRX, and DRX come out on top.
And they're capitalizing on Gen G's mistakes. Peanut disrespecting topside vision. Doran TPing up there a little bit too early. Is now the time to start the Baron, I wonder. 2 items on Deft. Doran 30 seconds, no TP. Ward in the pit though, no pink down from DRX, so Gen G have all the information they need. Ultimate coming up from Peanut soon. Zeka doesn't have the Predator up just yet, but he wants to zone them away. Don't forget about the Kindred ult. They could bait it once again.
Looking for that opportunity, locking Peanut out of the pit. It's going lower and lower. There's no jungler, and it does not matter. That is the Baron for DRX. Peanut now has to run unstoppable on the retreat, but DRX have got what they came for. Zeka zone
to Peanuts. Movement speed in the fight might help them out a little bit. No flanks just yet. Chovy could ult Lehens behind them or something along those lines, but it's very dangerous. This is it. This will decide everything. Deft looking for the dragon. Piosik has the smite, has the Lamb's Respite if he needs it.
Battle lines drawn. Either side looking to hit the dragon, either side looking to risk the 50-50. Why flip the coin on your future here at Worlds 2022? Taking their time now, arrows being charged up, poke being traded back and forth. All it takes is a single misstep, a single mistake, and either side will leap into the enemy backline. 6K getting lower, DRX think this is their opportunity. Barrel looking for the knockup, and he grabs it, and it's the soul, and it will be a slaughter in the pit. Piosik and Deft back to back as brothers, slaughtering the front line and the back line of Gen G. It is ruler versus the world, but the Gale Force will not be enough.
He's dead! Kingen's gonna get the kill! No, Ruler turns it around! He gets Kingen! He gets Barrel! He falls! It's 3 members of DRX left to almost pushing their ticket to the World's Final.
Barrel looking for Ruler! It could just be everything. He's forcing it out now, buying as much time as they can with the Lamb's Rest, but if they want to keep this fight going, DRX do not want a slow game. They find their pick. They find the angle. Doran spotted out. He will not be able to TP back to help the rest of the team. The siege begins for DRX.
Zeka doesn't have the TP. He's trying to gap close as much as possible to be ready with the Galio ult. There's the TP from Doran to help the wave clear. The Baron buffed up creeps are coming in. Gen G are slowly holding on, but DRX will start to move forwards. They'll start to push them back. They'll start to look for a base break, and they'll get it. Inhibitor will fall. DRX put a dent already into Gen G. The world champions from 2017, looking incredibly vulnerable right now. DRX looking for Nexus towers.
Barrel blocking what he can. A lot of damage under the Nexus towers. Zeka already breaking open mid lane. A second inhibitor surely will fall. Gen G knowing that this next fight will be their last. Stepping back. Buying brief moment.
They're gonna force it.
They get it. Stepping in. The carries are so strong. Doran goes into the meat grinder. And he is taken out. It is domination for the team.
8 years ago, Deft fell to his sister team in Samsung White. But today, in the face of insurmountable odds,